You're eating your way out of your mother's belly 200 meters underwater, and she's dying as you do it. Your razor teeth slice through her insides as she bleeds into the black water. This is how your species makes baby's mom becomes your first meal. Her massive body goes limp as you burst out, already the size of a school bus but way hungrier. The second you taste water, every killer in the lake smells you. Your mother's blood creates a scent trail that screams fresh meat to things that have been waiting years for this moment. You just announced your arrival to maybe 8 other creatures like you, and most of them want you dead. The lake you're stuck in is only 24 miles long, smaller than most cities, and it's almost empty. A grown monster like you needs non-stop meals to survive, and even as a baby there's barely enough food. What you'll eat is a shocker. But that's not even your worst problem. Something's been hunting your kind for decades, and it just got a lot smarter. Your mother's death blood triggers something nasty. From the deep dark, they rise like underwater rockets. Ferox trout, giant fish with teeth like broken bottles and the patience of sharks. These aren't pet store fish. They're 30-pound killing machines that eat anything they can catch. The first one slams into you like a truck, ripping meat from your back. More shadows close in from all sides. You're bleeding, tiny, and learning fast. Even newborns aren't safe here. Then, all at once, the trout stop focusing on you. Their heads jerk toward the current carrying your mother's blood. In a frenzy, they rush past, leaving you spinning in the dark. You follow with wide eyes as they descend on her body, tearing it apart like rabid dogs. Flesh, scales, bones, nothing is sacred. And you know the second they finish with her, they'll be coming straight for you. You use the chaos to dive deeper, to the darkest part of the lake. Honestly, most lake monsters never see their first birthday, but what's going to happen with this one will blow your mind. You're hungry as hell. Your body burns energy just staying warm in water so cold it would kill a human in minutes. The whole lake is basically empty, barely enough fish to feed one monster, let alone 6 babies trying to survive. You hunt by lying still on the rocky bottom, using jaw sensors that pick up the faint spark of nearby prey, like built-in radar. But in this empty lake, there's nothing to detect. After waiting 8 hours, a confused fish finally swims into your strike zone. You explode up like a missile, unhinging your jaws to show rows of backward teeth designed to grab struggling prey. The fish vanishes in one gulp, but it's not enough. Your brothers and sisters disappear one by one. You find one floating dead near underwater hot springs, with crabs already eating it. Another vanishes completely, either eaten by trout or crushed by the reality of this underwater desert. By month 3, only 2 of you are left. Your brother grew bigger by stealing your kill's behavior that's killing your whole species. Monster competition is so bad that working together became impossible millions of years ago. You barely survived the starvation phase, but something worse than that is coming. The lake itself is starting to turn against you. The lake is heating up. Your species evolved during ice ages when Loch Ness stayed freezing all year. Your whole system is built for ice-cold water, but climate change is cooking the lake 13 times faster than normal. Every degree warmer makes your body work harder. You start overheating like a broken car engine. You need more food to fuel the extra work, but warm water drives away what few fish remain. It's a death trap. Are we going to die of hunger? You ask your brother. Months pass, and you survive the first heat wave by lying still for days, but your body never recovers. Your muscles waste away, your once powerful tail dragging like dead weight. 18 months later, you're 30 feet long, but hollow skin stretched over bone. Your brother didn't make it. You find him wedged between rocks, his pale body peeling from heat rot, jaws locked open like he died gasping for cold water that never came. Now you're alone, starving in a lake that's turning to soup, and just when you think the heat will be your executioner, something new arrives thunder from above. The first boat engine hits your super hearing like a hammer. It's tourist season. During summer, there are 200+ boats on the lake daily. Each engine creates a noise bubble that scrambles your hunting for hours. You can't detect prey when the water is full of mechanical thunder. Your behavior changes in ways that would horrify scientists. You become more aggressive, attacking anything that moves, not from hunger but from brain damage caused by constant noise. The endless sound is literally driving you crazy. You surface near a tour boat for the first time in decades, not to hunt, but because the noise scrambled your navigation. Tourists go wild, cameras flashing. Within hours, the video goes viral. Real Loch Ness monster gets 50 million views. The attention brings something worse than tourists. Military ships with advanced sonar start investigating. Science teams put underwater spy equipment everywhere. Your private hunting ground becomes a 24/7 surveillance state. But the boats were just the beginning. What comes next will turn you from predator into lab rat. Scientists arrive with equipment that turns your life into a living experiment. Underwater cameras track everywhere you go. Their harmless research is documenting your death in real time. The data tells a story of extinction. Math models say Loch Ness can barely support one creature your size. Current population, 1. You lash out in frustration, crushing cameras and snapping cables. But every attack only brings more researchers. Your species isn't dying out naturally. You're being farmed to death by creatures who see you as spare parts for human weapons. The scientific attention has made you a celebrity of extinction, but your body doesn't care about fame. Ancient drives are about to kick in, creating a whole new level of torture. A year passes, your body hits breeding age, but there's no one left to mate with. You're programmed to find a mate that doesn't exist anymore. The urge to breed becomes constant torture. Hormones flood your system, driving behaviors that will never work. You perform chaotic movements at the water's surface. Ancient instincts play out in empty water while tourists film what they think is mysterious monster behavior. You roam around areas that once might have attracted mates, following migration routes programmed in your DNA millions of years ago. But the lakes and rivers that once connected Loch Ness to other monster populations were blocked, poisoned, or drained centuries ago. Skip forward 3 years, and the breeding hormones slowly fade. Your body starts understanding what your mind refuses to accept. You're the end of the line. The loneliness isn't just in your head. It's in every cell. But during what should be a perfect hunt, something impossible happens. You set up the perfect ambush on a huge eel, but it somehow knows you're there and escapes. Not through seeing or hearing you, but through something which you never thought you will ever witness. A massive pike, bigger than any that should exist in this lake, dash out of the warming shallow water. These things moved in when the temperature spiked, and they're not afraid of you. The pike's jaws, lined with needle teeth, snap inches from your spine as you twist away. More shadows emerge from the murky water. The warming lake is attracting predators from connected rivers. A giant catfish the size of a small car slides along the bottom, its whiskers detecting your movement. Suddenly, you're not the only monster in this lake. The catfish attacks first, using its massive size to ram you against the rocky walls. But you've got something it doesn't. You can feel the lake itself. The network shows you exactly where it will move next. You twist around its blind spot and clamp your jaws on its thick skull. The fight is brutal. Your teeth dig deeper, and it thrashes, slamming you both into the lake bottom. Clouds of mud explode around you as you fight in total darkness. You win, barely, but you're bleeding from multiple wounds. The victory is hollow, more invaders keep coming. The warming water is turning your home into a highway for every predator. That's when the research boats return with something new. Not just cameras this time, nets designed to catch things your size. You surface for air and spot them immediately. Military boats in formation, dragging massive nets between them. The first net misses by inches as you dive deep. They use sonar ping to confuse your lake network. You dive to the thermal vents, the one place their equipment can't track you clearly. But even there, something's wrong. A massive net drops right on top of you. Steel cables tighten around your body and start pulling you toward the surface. You thrash with everything you have, but the net is designed for creatures your size. Just as you think it's over, one of the new pike attacks the net itself, not to save you to get at the trapped food. Its teeth rip through the steel cables, and you slip free in the chaos. You escape to the deepest trench, but you know they'll be back, and next time, their nets will be stronger. Skip forward 6 months, and the lake is dying around you. The invasive predators have eaten most of the native fish. You make one desperate attempt to find food in the shallows. Near the surface, after weeks, you see one fish that can be your food. Your attack is pathetic. Your reflexes are shot, your muscles failing. The fish scatter easily, and you hang motionless in water. That's when you see them. Research boats surrounding you in a perfect circle. This time, they're not taking chances. The nets come from every direction at once. Not steel cables this time, electric nets that shock you unconscious the moment they touch your skin. You try to dive, but more nets wait below. The electric shock drops you like a stone. But you're not unconscious yet, and you know something the humans don't. As the nets pull you up through the crushing depths, you make a choice. You force your failing body to generate one massive burst of bioelectric energy. Not to escape, to trigger every thermal vent in the lake floor at once. The explosion tears through the nets like paper. You plummet back toward the bottom as the lake erupts around you. You're not just dying, you're setting off a bomb. As your heart stops at 750 feet down, you feel the lab monsters dying too. The humans discover they killed the thing they were trying to steal. The research boats flee as poisonous gases bubble to the surface, but they'll never understand what they just witnessed. As you fade out, you feel one last message from the dying network, thanks from the lake itself for being its guardian, and a promise that what you did won't be forgotten. Tourist boats will return eventually, still looking for monsters that don't exist anymore. But there's another creature out there, facing even worse odds. Trust me, their story will make you question what we're willing to destroy for our entertainment.